I am here with Tim Harrison, right here. The great Tim Harrison from Gabriola. Well, actually, you're not just from Gabriola. You're from many different places. You're from Ontario. Yeah, and you have been playing in this area, but you started off in the East Coast. So tell us a little bit about that.
I did. Well, my hometown is Owen Sound, Ontario. And at one point, I was living in Toronto. And it was before
we won't hold that against you.
You won't hold that against me. Okay, that's good. And I was sort of typical of some songwriters of that era. I won't say exactly what era, but anyway, people who were sort of still considered to be involved in pop music. And then songwriters sort of disappeared off the face of the earth for a while, but reappeared in folk music festivals.
Right.
And so that's where I reappeared. And I also reappeared organizing some folk music festivals. And I started one in my hometown of Owen Sound, Ontario, which is about 120 miles northwest of Toronto on the shores of Georgian Bay. And it's a beautiful spot. And we started a festival there. Somehow it's going to be 40 years old.
That's amazing.
Next year. I don't know how that happens when I'm only 39.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
But somehow the festival became that age, so it's pretty amazing.
And you've had some pretty amazing people producing you as well. Stan Rogers, Daniel Lanois. You're pretty well known in your own right as a singer-songwriter, and you've been doing that for some time too.
Well, I kind of blended the two things, I guess. I did an album with Stan Rogers producing in 1978, and Danny Lanois was the engineer in the studio at the time. And it was a marvelous experience. And then I started performing as a singer-songwriter at other festivals while organizing festivals as well.
Sure.
So I sort of began to wear two hats.
Mm-hmm.
And that used to be a bit of a struggle for me, but now I've sort of married the two hats of organizing and playing. And I think that's just part of the role of the artist in these days, is that you take on roles that you weren't used to, I guess, in the past, more of the business angle.
Yeah, and you have a third role too, actually, don't you? Because you're actually producing albums and you record. You have a studio as well.
Yes, I do. I recorded so far 15 other CDs of other artists, and I really enjoy the recording engineer role. It's for me, it's when you're immersed in it, there's a beauty that comes out, and you just it's one of those projects where you just get totally involved, and
right.
It's good for the soul. That's what I say. It's good.
Well, that's great. And speaking of good for the soul, there's a song that you wrote called Thanksgiving, Song of Thanksgiving,
right.
Which I absolutely love. And because it's coming up to Thanksgiving and this is going to air around that time, I'm hoping people will be playing this for their families because it's an amazing song. You wrote it and you're going to perform it now, and I'm going to leave you to that.
Thanks, Joni. When the northern wind blows in, the earth tips from the sun. When the harvest is complete and all the work is done, you know we'll feel the chill, and you know the snow will fall till the woods are filled. And then that's the time we make our Thanksgiving, when all the things that can try to pull us down, when our darkest hour's at hand and we're spinning all around, the winds will change again, and we know hope comes back from where it's been. And then that's the time we make our Thanksgiving. this world of speed, it's hard to be, and the things we really need, they're always hard to see. I know we're flying blind, but maybe we'll find our way if we try. And now is the time we make our Thanksgiving. Oh, and now is the time we should make our Thanksgiving. Now is the time we should make our Thanksgiving.
All right, great stuff.